Hello guys, so today I'm doing a book review on Legend by Marie Lu. So we start off with Day, and he's watching his family from the rooftop, and he's homeless, and he's with a girl named Tess. And at first you don't think much of it, and then you realize he's like the world's most wanted criminal, even though he's never actually killed anybody. He's just kind of messed around with military bases and other like government facilities, and they have no records of him on file supposedly. So he's very careful about not to get caught, except for gotta get the plot going somewhere. And then you go to June, and you have her and her brother Medius, I think, and she's 15, but she's got a perfect score on this trial exam, which you take when you're 10, which determines, like, I guess your rankings or your intelligence. I think they said that would send you on to college, etc. And she's the only one in history who ever scored a perfect score, and she's about to be recruited to a section of the troops or whatever. Medius, her brother, going out on a mission that night, and then you flash back today, and he finds out his family's ill with the plague, or his little brother Eden is, so he steals into a hospital attempting to get a cure, but he doesn't succeed. He only gets like a sedative, but in the process he throws a knife and he gets Medius. And then you have this he's like 150% sure he got Medius in the shoulder. Whole plot where June opens her door, and you have Thomas, who is Media's best friend, and I'm going to get to Thomas in a minute here. Okay, and he's like, hey, Medius is dead. And you have going through the grieving process, and that was very hard to read, even though I was on Day's side. I just read his point of view, and I'm like, I'm attached to him. He did nothing wrong. That's just how it is to me. But watching June grieve, she got admitted into the forces early and had early graduation, and all of that. She has a new captain, Jameson, her new commander, and Thomas has now been promoted to captain, and it's just, everything is changing, and her one mission is to hunt down Day because he killed Medius. That's it, that's all he's going to do. And then everything gets complicated because, of course, you got the mixed love story in there when she goes undercover on the streets, and her. Okay, one thing that bothered me was how she found Day. Because, like, he lost his pendant, and she's watching this person she doesn't even know the name of, and he's going to sleep, and he goes like this, like, grabbing for an invisible pendant, and she's, like, connecting it. And I'm like, you know how many thousands of people could have lost a necklace and then still reach for it? And I don't know, she's slowly piecing the things together. She realizes that he does need the plague cure for his family, and that's how she traps him. Oh my god. When Day's family finally got it, I was about ready. This is about halfway through the book, I know, halfway. And you have Day hiding up on the chimney. He's trying to get his family to escape. He sees he's not going to get there in time, and they're being dragged out, and his little brother Eden is bleeding from the eyes due to the awful plague, which was like disgusting. And you have his older brother John pleading. You have his mother, and Day's not coming down from the roof, and he has like 3 silver bullets, and he's trying to slingshot them at officers trying to help his family. And Commander just tells Thomas, I think it was Thomas, to shoot his mother in the head, and he stands there and he watches that happen. And I was like, in that moment, I was just like stunned, because obviously Daniel or Day had pretended to be dead for years, and he had like a 5-second reunion with his mother before they were put apart again permanently. And it was very tough to read. And then Day's in prison, and he keeps getting interrogated by June, and he keeps like saying that I didn't kill your brother, I landed in his shoulder, but you might as well put a gun in your mother. And I was like, that one line just stays with you. I was because it's like, at the same time, it's like it's June's fault, but it's not June's fault, because it is and it's not, and you could flip a coin and pick your argument from this. And as time progresses on, June is getting more suspicious of their government, and it's like, it's corrupted. It reminded me of Matt's, because Matt's, the final one, leads there's this plague going around that they think they control, but they don't control, and that's what reminded me of this one, because they're experimenting with the plague and putting it into poor environments in their water systems, then miraculously finding a cure, and then restarting over again just because they're bored and they want to see what they can do. And then as June is going on, she finds that Day also scored a perfect score on his trial exam. He just didn't fit the criteria of the social class to be known as the prodigy. Cue the sequel's title, talking about when he was tested on with his eye and his knee and his heartbeat right before the trial, and they wanted to see everything about this and why he would have failed the trial and how he got such a low score. He didn't, though. Both him and June are the insane smart people who got a perfect score, and then finally June's like, I'm going to help him escape, because he finds this blog that Medius had wrote about how he found out that the government had corrupted their murder of their parents, and this part right here is just like reading 24/7, like you can't put the book down. It's so addicting, oh my god, because she's planning it with the with the help of the colony people. One of them is Caden, that she had gotten a bar fight with or whatever early on when she was on the streets with Day, and brings out this waterload of cast and these bombs that's going to temporarily disable guns, and she gives them to Caden, I think that's her name, and she's like, this is the plan, we're going to have patrons here, and we're going to have this bomb set off here, and basically then freaking Thomas, because he wants to date her and she doesn't want to date him, and it's just, I hated Thomas. I could easily have figured out that Thomas did kill Medius. I wasn't expecting it because I thought they were such close friends, but I definitely knew he wasn't that innocent. And the way he would just kill on command, I was like, dear God, you're like a psychopath almost. Coming down to the final countdown, June's plan, get Day's brother John, and then get Day, gonna escape. Everything goes to hell. John's supposed to be released one day, Day's execution's the next, and they move everything forward, and she has to clam, and she's managed to get John to hide in an air vent, and she's waiting for a Day, and Thomas pulls her aside for an investigation, and then the bomb goes off, and and she's cutting like the power or whatever, and it's just chaos, and you're like, oh my god, what's coming next? And you're literally just seeing the countdown of seconds, 127, 36, and blah 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 blah, until the guns are finally going to be able to be used again with them to disable, and she has Day and John, and they're trying to get him out, and then I'm like, okay, they're going to make it, and they're like 6 seconds too short, people. 6 seconds. 6 freaking seconds. And John is like, if they want execution, I'm going to give it to him. And he takes Day's blindfold, puts it on, because they're brothers and they look so similar. They think they executed Day, and they have that on camera. Day later sees it was John. Yeah, and he was so close. Now he lost his mother and his brother, and his little brother's ill, maybe dying, and he can't lose Tess too, because that's where they left it off, is if they're going to go find Tess, and they're in Vegas, and they're obviously being hunted. And I'm going to start the sequel as soon as I can. I already went and bought it. I just have to have it. But the last, 30 pages, I was like, oh my god, because you think they made it, and they didn't. Anyway, I gave this book 5 stars because I read it in 2 days, because it's just it just takes off going, and there's a fast pace throughout the whole thing, and there's not a draggy moment, and even if you think it's slowing down, the next few sentences are going to have a WTF moment, and I don't know. This was a very good book to read at the start of 2016. I'm Annalyse, thank you for watching, bye.